everyone, welcome back to the Douyu Cup 2026 Day 2. Welcome back to the group stage. We are here wrapping up with Group B. Group B here, we have the final series, the decider match. It is going to be a best of 3 between Impact and Cyan. The final series before next group. Let's go. Let us go. We're here to find out who will join Neeb in the playoffs. Will it be a Zerg or a Protoss? We're here to find out. We're here to find out here as we jump into our best of 3. We have seen quite a bit of Impact's ZvP so far here tonight, and I'll be honest, it's been pretty one note. It's been Roach Hydra. It's been Roach Hydra, and then more Roach Hydra, then more Roach Hydra. We have seen Impact mix up the early game a little bit with like gas first builds or 8 pools as well. Like we have seen some variance in the early game from Impact, but the overall like plan and the end goal has been the same, staying on a low drone count into hyper aggressive mid game. I say hyper into like an all-in basically, just because there's very little kind of like follow-up behind it and it can be outscaled. Because of the tendency that Impact has shown us, the downside of being like this in a tournament is that players can kind of recognize that and try to abuse that. I will say that Maxed had a unique approach to ZvP, which I wasn't really too fond of. It was very tech heavy on 2 bases. If Cyan were to play more standard, I do favor him, but we'll see. We'll see how our players do adjust their approach as we get into the final series of the group. Let's go. Let us go. So we are going to be jumping in. They came in a year or 2 ago and made more stuff happen. I mean, SC Boy have been around for a long time. Yeah, they've been like 7 years or something. I don't know, they've been around for a long time. Even longer than that, I suppose. But here we go. We're jumping in and spawning in the top left-hand corner. We do have Impact, the South Korean Zerg. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player. It is Cyan. Let's go. Let us go. Whew, as we are jumping into our final series of the group. Vamonos. Vamonos. But for those that remember, F91 and Shall Say, they were both competitors in Warcraft 3. A long, long time ago, Warcraft 3 and Brood War as well, before eventually becoming casters. And they were of course behind, they were mainly casters, but they started running tournaments a couple of, like in 2020 2021 with WTL, with the World Team League, and then branching out of course into Stars War 11, Thunderfire with like Netty support. True. But World Team League was their baby. WTL and Kung Fu Cup for sure, and Kung Fu Cup. For now though, speaking of early gas, so it is early gas out of Impact. So it is going to be a gas pool into hatchery build. We've seen this now 3 times, I want to say, in tonight's broadcast from Impact. So once again, a bit of a more tech heavy start. Every game that we've seen this, it has just been for fast link speed. Just fast link speed. At the time we were theorizing like, oh, maybe he wants to go for a fast lair, or he wants to go into say like a roach base all in, but time and time again it's just been fast safety link speed out of Impact. So there we go. Setting up la música. But that has been the trend so far out of our Zerg player. Meanwhile, Cyan, he can also be a little bit quirky in the mid game when it comes to how he builds up his tech. We have seen Cyan be one to like rush into Sky Toss and be hyper defensive at times. I do actually really like the idea of doing that specifically against Impact. The idea of being more defensive, getting into 3 bases, getting into your orange Stargate, into second Stargate, fleet beacon into carriers. But we'll see. Eyes are on Cyan. Maybe it's a bit loud. But once again, thank you so much for Bailings for the translations we had during that intermission in between matches. True. During said intermission. Oh, fancy keyboard here for Cyan. Let's go. I believe that's his. Oh, actually, I thought it was a race logo in the middle, but I don't think that's the case. Regardless, very fancy. That's not Impact. It does claim his 3rd. Again, we'll soon get our tech of choice here from Cyan. And it is going to be the Stargate. So again, Stargate opener out of our Protoss player into Oracle, into aggression across the map. What we're really looking for Cyan is the timing of the Twilight Council, whether he gets it early or late. I do like the idea of an early Twilight Council into early Blink, just to be safe against aggression. If you remember, Neeb was going for a lot of early Blink play. He was embracing early Blink in both games against Impact to great effect. Edip gets in, gets one drone kill so far. Impact did have some decent control here, saving the rest of the workers, but still did lose the one drone. Lost the one. Yeah, from here it is going to be Oracle first, not Void Ray. We do have a surge of Lings on the way here for Impact, and these Lings, this is quite committed. It's quite committed here. The goal should be to delay the third base, and disrupt some of the economy. And we'll see if Impact can pull this off. As he has 8 Lings on the way. Oh, did I not open predictions? There we go. My apologies if you're in the chats. Then it's Gamba time. It is Gamba time. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chats as we delve into our best of 3. Oracle does poke in. 2 drones going to be going down, forcing a cancellation here on the Spore as well. Sorry, that was a kill, not a cancel. Ay, ay, ay. So nice trades here from Cyan. Meanwhile, este lechito, papi ga, papi ga. Good to see you. Good to see you. Este lechito. Yo, what are you doing awake? Avex as well. Oh, all the NAD gens. Take care, Milk. Take care. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. As we have double Oracle, they hit the mineral line. 1, 2 more drones going to be going down. Once again, some rough losses here for Impact. But of course, we're watching a Legends event, and then Milk shows up. True, true. Just for you, papi. Did you see Milk? Innovation's playing. TY as well. Fantasy was playing, but he's knocked out of the tournament. So old school players. For us, baby, for the boomers. True, true. For the old guard. Yeah. As behind this, would you see? Actually, Impact shifting gears a little bit here. Sorry, so I was a little bit distracted. But up until this point in this tournament, Impact has been doing nothing but Roach Hydra. Nothing but Roach Hydra. For the first time, Eva Chamber first, +1 melee, Baneliness as well. It's going to be a Ling Bane composition. Meanwhile, on the flip side of things, we do see Cyan getting to getting into a very heavy Zealot Archon composition, not Blink Stalkers. So charges on the horizon. Zealots behind this as well. I'll be honest, we need Banelings. We need more from those Banelings here. If we can't connect the Banelings with the Zealots, then this is going to overwhelm. We're going to get out of hand. Roaches would be ideal in this position, but this is the one game the Impact doesn't have Roaches. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, no Roaches, a very fragile composition for Impact. He gets supply blocked as well. Overlord goes down. A heavy supply block for Impact. 4 Overlords in production. And upside shading to the mineral line, getting another 3 drones. Yeah, 3 more drones going down. And Cyan, he's still building up. Waiting for his War Prism, I would imagine. Then we can push. Then we can push, then we can commit. Oh. And again, Impact, he's taking up in different directions once again. Spire and a Roach Warren on the way. A Roach Warren will help, but I'm curious if it's too late. I'm concerned it's too late. There's still no War Prism though. Cyan is pushing, but he has no way to reinforce this. Bailey just now being morphed in. Cyan, he can try to commit. Yeah, but he doesn't pull the trigger. There's potential. Where are the Archons? Am I crazy? Temple Archives has been done for a while, but no Archons with them. Like, Archons would be amazing against the Ling Bane right now. Yeah, Ling's there for the counter attack. There's a recall back home, so a little bit messy here by Cyan. There was a lot of potential with his push and with his move outs, but it was a little bit lopsided. There were no Archons with the main army. Now we see an expand, gateways, blink +2 on the way. Cyan is taking out of this, but there was potential to maybe do critical damage early on. Not anymore. Oh, and he might still be able to. He's still pushing. And here are the Archons. They finally arrived. But now there's Ling Bane to defend. Yeah, Zelta busts into the middle line. Banelings, they try to roll in. What do we connect with? Ooh, brutal stasis. Zelta clumped up. Oh, the splits though. Yeah, very nice splits. So the Zelta avoid the Banelings. The base has fallen. We have muta production underway. Banelings, they do get across the map here. 12 probes go down, but at the same time, so many drones are falling to the Zealots, and Cyan's getting out of hand. On the one hand, yes, Impact does equivalent damage across the map, or some damage across the map, but he cannot fight the main army. He cannot engage with the Mass Archon. As he mentioned, the one game that Impact didn't go roaches is the one game where he needs them. Without roaches, it's such a difficult defense. And now we see roaches trickling in. Mutas, they get into the mineral line. There are stalkers that defend back at home. A blink is almost done. And Cyan, he has done it. He has broken the natural. We have some Phoenix defense. I mean, Mutas, they're finding damage. That is true. But again, the main army cannot be stopped. It won't be stopped. Not like this. GG gets called, and Cyan takes game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played against Cyan. I do still stand by the idea that Cyan could have been more aggressive earlier, but in the end, he just, you know, played it safe. He played it safe, played it conservative with his Zealots, waited for the Archons, and then committed across the map. And again, when it comes to the build of choice, it's really unfortunate there for... very unfortunate there for Impact that he happened to be going Ling Bane against Charger Archon. Whereas against specifically Charger Archon, Roaches have a much easier time. Much easier time just massing up a Roach Ravager army, kiting back against the Zealots, dealing with the Archons, and breaking the main force. Stuck with Ling Bane is a very fragile composition. Ling Bane Hydra is more ideal against, say, Blink Stalkers, right? Against Blink Stalker heavy styles, against Charger Archon, that's where it can struggle. And it wasn't even Ling Bane Hydra, it was Ling Bane Muta. But GG. GG well played with that. Impact will take a loss in the first game, and now we're getting ready for game numero 2. Going to be loading into Sanctuary 3. Yeah, loading into game 2. And again, the pressure's on Impact. Cyan looking solid in that last game. Looking very meta is what I will say. I'll be honest, it's very common that this tournament, because there are so many players that haven't really played for quite some time, you can tell that their builds are a little bit more unorthodox, and they're not quite locked into what is more efficient or what is more meta. And the ones that do, they look like heads and shoulders like above the rest. I'm looking at Cyan, for example. I'm looking at Neeb. I'm looking at Su. Like, Su was looking very comfortable in his matches. But let's go. In the left hand corner, we do have Impact. In the top right, we have Cyan. Let's go. Let us go. We're getting into game 2 here. And once again, like, we're expecting to see... I mean, I was expecting to see something more defensive out of Cyan. We saw something more aggressive in game 1. Found a lot of success. Welcome to Sanctuary 3. Sanctuary 3 is a little bit of a larger map compared to some of the other smaller maps we've been experiencing so far. But a little bit more defendable is what I will say, right? There are a lot of ways to slow down a push and slow down aggression. I do like the idea of Cyan being more defensive on this map. We have the high ground natural base. You can centralize your army at the 3rd or in between your 3rd and natural as well. We'll see how Impact will approach game number 2 here. We'll see. Curious. I still have to like get out my tape measure and compare the rush distances for these maps. Like comparing Lockdown to Sanctuary to Washout. I still have yet to do so. We're just been engrossed in all these games, Bat. In the Douyu Cup. But yes, I did see someone earlier ask, is this on the live patch or a mod? This is on the live patch. From my understanding, so far, only Maestros of the game is on a mod. So far, all other tournaments are on live patch, referring to this event, RSL, Home Story Cup. Here we go. As for now, so everything's looking relatively standard. I say relatively standard. Second game in a row, I believe Impact once again went gas first. So gas, pool, hatch. Impact's been very fond of this. Like, I'm still not too sure. Like, it feels like a safety thing more than anything. Just to make sure that we have a secure early game setup. So once again, fasting speed. Meanwhile, back at home, Cyan, he will soon get his tech of choice. From here, we'll see if it's going to be a Twilight Council or a Stargate. We have already seen some Glaive at play early on here in today's broadcast. That was from Maxit, if you recall. I say that technically Knee, but he went Glaives and he cancelled and then went into Blink. But we'll see. As Impact does slip into the main. Will thread the mineral line, does almost get a probe kill. Almost. Yeah, it does poke in, does pull away. Likewise, we have 4 more Lings across the map. Trying to keep up, trying to defend. Ling speed is now done. And Cyan does get the hell out of there. Yeah, pulls away, races back home. Stargate opener out of Cyan. Everything's looking normal. Everything's looking standard. From here, we should be going Oracle in towards our tech. We expect Blink, but last game Cyan did go charge. I don't think that Cyan will go for the same style again 2 games in a row. Usually that's ill-advised. I think there's a much higher chance that here in game 2, Impact plays Roaches instead of Ling Bane after what just happened. So we'll see. And we shall see. So now there's the Oracle. That is a Twilight Council before Nexus. Okay. Much more aggressive here by Cyan. Very fast Twilight Council. Delayed third. I feel like this should be Glaives. It should be Glaive Adepts, but again, this may be early Blink into like a 3-base all-in. It's still an option. We're hoping that... Oh, no, not again. +1 melee. Evo Chamber first, +1 melee. Oh, meanwhile, that I was not expecting that. Fleet Beacon. We're going for a Mothership Rush. We're rushing Mothership while going to charge at the same time. Now, before we speak on that, it's going to be charge, not Glaives. Now, if it was Glaives or even Blink, I would be favoring our Protoss player just because, once again, there's going to be no Roaches to defend for Impact. He's going Ling Bane for a second game in a row. Meanwhile, there's going to be mass charge into a Mothership Rush. Are we going to go for a mass recall? If you remember, there's an old school build from a couple of years ago in PvZ where Protoss players would be building up their gateway composition. They'd warp in a couple of sentries, and then they'd get the Mothership across the map and go for the mass recall, and then recall into the main base and force field the ramp and just end the game. They just end the game. That's what I'm leaning towards here. We'll see if it's a Mothership to mass recall or just a Mothership to support. As the Mothership is on the way. Yeah, Lings just try to engage in the center of the map. We have a bit of a trade, but the Adepts, they hold their own. As more Lings are amassing. Impact cutting workers early, but does start the lair. That's a lot of Lings. 18 Lings on the way. Mothership now morphing in. Second Forge. Wait, sorry, first Forge. Now, I assumed that we were going to be hitting with the mothership as soon as possible, but the Forge tells us a different story. This tells us that maybe Cyan is thinking further ahead or wants to go for a later attack. We'll see. Again, it all comes down to, does the mothership move out or not? Because it is going to be a surprise. I mean, Zealots are amassing. He does avoid the Oracle. Okay. Again, hug the edge of the map, Bappy. Can we slip past? It's going to be close. I think the rally will see it. Yeah. Overseer morphs in. Oh, no, he misses. No, he misses the mothership. He will scout the fleet beacon, and a Tempest is revealed. Cheeky moves. Again, we have no intention of going into Tempest. Tempest is revealed to make it look like he's rushing into Skytoss. Oh, the Bailings though. Oh my god, almost. You can hear the Chinese cast figure. They're like, no, don't reveal yourself. Bailings are welling into the mineral line. Probes, they may just go down. Oh, Zelty runs into Link Bait. Oh my god. He moves in. But there's not enough Bailings. Wow, he doesn't even need to recall. He doesn't even need to recall. He just A moves in. Zealous just A move in. He overwhelms Ling Bane, and with that, Cyan's just everything out of control. He's just pushing into the bases. The mothership also into the main. Didn't even need to recall, Bappy. The Zealots, they just pop off. They kill the Bailey Nest. Bailey Nest goes down. Zealots have been cleaned up. Do we have any reinforcements? Do we have any warpins? There it is. There's a recall. Yeah, recalls into the main. Do we have a sentry? No sentry. No sentry, but recalls in. He's got the one Tempest. Slow zone on the ramp. He's popping off, Pappy. It's like it's 2020 all over again. Ah. Yeah, it's 20 drone kills. The Oracle just going ham on the ramp. And what could Impact do? Nothing, Pappy, nothing. Ah. Yeah, with that 33 drone kills, there's nothing left in the main. Activate Cloak. Good build. Smiley face. And Cyan, he will claim the series 2-0. He will advance on into the playoffs. GG. GG, well played. Cheeky build, Pappy. Hid the mothership. Got across the map. And to be fair, like as we were trying to emphasize, it was a cheeky build. It was cool that he got away with the mothership. He got across the map, got the recall off. Even if it wasn't for the recall, just the straight up A move across the map of Zelts was just killing Impact anyway. Like, so the mothership was a nice flare. In the end, it was a little bit unnecessary. Like he was going to pop off anyway. Once again, 2 games in a row. I will say that it was unfortunate that Impact did not go Roaches. Once again, it was unfortunate that Impact, he blindly went Ling Bane in game 1 and game 2, and both games he was punished for it. He was punished for it in the end. It is a much more difficult defense if you're stuck with Ling Bane against these early Zealots, an Archon push in game 1, or here like Zealot Oracle move out in game 2. Much more difficult defense, and with that he was torn apart. GG gets called. Congratulations to Cyan for claiming the series. GG, well played. And with that, Group B is in the books. Group B is concluded, and we are now getting ready for the final group of the group stage. Oh boy, it's full of ace players. It is the group of death, if you will, depending on what our players are looking like. Let us quickly have a look here. Un momento. Depending on the form of the players, I should say. Depending on their form. As here it is. Okay, so exclamation mark B in the chat to have a look at the back yourselves. Bam. As there we go. As here we go. We have Group B concluded. Group B has concluded here. Neeb and Cyan, they advance on out of Group B. Impact and Maxed are knocked out of the tournament. And now here we have Group C. Group C, the final group of the group stage. It is going to be Scarlet, Innovation, Deer, and Diego Kellezer. 4 players in Group C. And what are the first matchups? Scarlet versus Diego. 2 good friends. That's a bit of a shame. We have the 2 foreigners facing off and the 2 Koreans facing off. So Scarlet versus Kellezer in the first series. Innovation versus Deer in the second series as well. Okay. What are we going to cast? I do not know. It's up to, of course, the Chinese casters to kind of pick and choose. They might cast every series, or they might pick and choose and run series at the same time. So it's hard to say. Hard to say how it's going to go, how it's going to progress. We're already 5 hours in. I would like, you know, to speed through some of this a little bit. I'll be honest. I'd like to to have some of these matches happen at the same time. But I also understand that, like, at the end of the day, we do want to see all these games, especially for Group C. Especially, like, Group C has a lot of high quality matches and a lot of old school players. So we all want to see these matches at the same time. It would be nice if we were not to have a 10-hour cast, but you know, we'll see. It took us 5 hours to get through Group B, Pappy. 5 hours. So we're going to be going on a short break. Going to be going on a break, and when we come back, we'll have the final group of the day and the final group of the group stage. Just catching up. Think if the mothership A-mood with the Zealots impact was dead sooner. I don't even think the mothership was needed, to be honest. It was just some flair, Pappy, some flair. But GG. I would have expected Impact to do slightly better. I mean, kind of. Again, Impact hasn't competed in, was it 6 years? It's been 6 years, Pappy. So that's the thing with, that's the thing, right? Like, for example, coming into Group C, we can't. I don't believe that we can say with confidence how good Innovation and Deer are right now, right? Like, Impact hasn't played in 6 years, so in Impact's prime, he was favored to make it out of the group, 100%. But he hasn't played in 6 years. Likewise, Innovation and Deer, they also haven't played in a very, very long time, so it's hard to say how they're going to perform, right? And that's what we're going to find out. We're going to be able to find out, like, okay, what kind of form is Innovation and Deer looking like all these years later after retiring? How good and how much can they keep up with Scarlet? Like, Scarlet is the heavy favorite in Group C, as she is the most active player in that group. So we expect Scarlet to breeze her way through the group. And it's all about the battle for second place for Group C, to be honest. The battle for second place. Best of luck for everyone involved. But otherwise, we're going to be going on a break. You can see here Innovation's getting ready, so we're going to be going on a break. We'll see you guys soon after the break. See you soon.